Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's conversation. We are privileged to have Prof Fhumulani Mavis Mulaudzi. She is a wonderful nurse leader in South Africa, and she is one of the two first nurse academics in nursing in South Africa ever to be awarded a research chair. So that's a wonderful achievement. And her research chair is at the University of Pretoria, and it is called the Ubuntu Community Model of Nursing. Welcome, Mavis, and thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I really feel privileged to be here this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's also a privilege for me, so it's a wonderful opportunity. Mavis, please tell us more about yourself.
I am Fhumulani Mavis Mulaudzi, and as my colleague Marincia has already said, I am currently the research chair in nursing, and I'm based at the University of Pretoria. I've been a head of department at that university for the past 9.5 years. So now I will be focusing mainly on research. And maybe just a little bit about myself. I come from Limpopo province, from a small village called Muduluniakutana. And I did my nursing training at Venda Nursing College, and then I continued studying through distance learning with the University of South Africa, UNISA, where I obtained the degree, honors degree, master's, and my PhD. I obtained all the qualifications there. Then I proceeded. I went to do a postgraduate diploma at the University of Cape Town. It was the diploma in health research ethics. And I also did a diploma in advanced nursing management at the University of Northwest. So I have been working, I worked at the hospitals, I worked at the clinics, and then from there I went into academia. I worked at the University of South Africa as a junior lecturer. From there I moved to the University of Pretoria, where I spent a lot of my academic years there. Then I moved to University of Northwest, Potchefstroom campus, where I also worked for 3.5 years there. Then I came back to the University of Pretoria. I don't know what I get in Pretoria, but here I am back at that university. And I am a person that really like to promote ethics. That is what I specialized in during my training, human rights. And when I continued, I realized that there's also the issue of indigenous knowledge system, which is not really included in our curriculum, which is something that I'm also trying to promote by all means. So I think that is who I am, and I'm currently the chair and promoting Ubuntu model community in nursing, and I am promoting the philosophy of Ubuntu, which is I am because you are because I am. I can only be a person through another person. That is what I would like to see in nursing, so that as we continue with our caring duties, we definitely have to look at how do we promote Ubuntu. And that's why I'm happy to be here today, where we'll be talking about the present, the caring present. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I can hear that you really have a heart for nursing and that you would like to promote the value of Ubuntu in nursing and ethics and indigenous knowledge.
Yes, those are the things that I really want to see happening, and I want to ensure that we instill the values of Ubuntu back to the nursing profession, and also to each and every individual and the community at large. That is what I'll be doing for the next 5 years.
Great. Could you tell us more about your view then about caring presence, please?
Caring presence is very important because presence is about being there, being in existence. And if we are linking it to the nursing, it's being there for another, being there for our patients. Not only, looking at them like they are part of everyone in the world, they are just the numbers that we need to deal with. But understanding that when we talk about nursing, it's being present for someone, extending your being to another, and being able to, create a relationship between you and that particular person. So I don't think when you are a nurse, you forget about yourself, your I, and always think about we, because it is not you alone. When you are there, it is you and those that you are caring for. It is you and the patient that needs to have communication and understanding between each other. So I think that is what I feel caring present is, extending yourself to another for assistance.
It's actually,
yeah.
yes, being compassionate.
Yeah.
I like what you are saying about extending yourself. It's not about yourself, but you're extending yourself to the other person and building a relationship and being there for the other person, connecting with them.
Yes. I think the interpersonal connection is very, very important in our profession. It's something that we must always strive to do. I really feel that sometimes we think that when we talk about nursing, we are talking about routine care that we have. We're talking about giving medication. We're talking about, training the patient. It is more than that. It's about building a relationship, creating an environment that those people that have left their homes, they are now in this environment, but they must feel that we are part of this place. We have people that are caring for us. I've got a relationship with this person. I can be able to communicate with this person without fear. This person is showing me compassion. This person is empathetic in what I am feeling. She's sympathetic. And I really think those are the things that I feel they are very, very, very important. Our kindness, to see it, our words that we say to them, are ways that must really be selected. We have to select our ways, and those words must be kind words at all times. So it's not so easy because you definitely have to extend yourself to another. And I think that is the most important part of the caring essence.
Thank you for sharing that. And I wonder if you could share some examples or stories of presence that you encountered.
I really feel that the stories of presence are so many. I will think about, the environment where even when you are not there, people feel like if only Fhumulani was here, if only Emarisha was here. Why do we say that? Because even if we are not in a hospital environment, even at a workplace, there's this person that has got this caring presence that if you talk to her, you find peace. If you talk to her, you sort of like receive the kindness from her heart, which is really very important. I remember a story that really I felt so heartbroken. When I was still in the wards, there was, this patient that I cared for and I loved so much. And we developed a relationship. I felt like, she was my mother and so on. So one day when when we were busy with the routine, the family came to visit her. And she called me and she said, come, you are my daughter. I want to introduce you to my other daughters. And that was so phenomenal. So you realize that you have already created a relationship that this person up to now, we are still friends with those family, because they realize, oh, my mother during this short period of time has seen the love from this person. She's already calling this person my child. And I think those are really, really very important issues that we definitely have to try and create. Some of us are in academia. Also in academia, you will find that there are young people that come there to study and to learn. You are a nurse, and what you are supposed to show them is kindness. You have to show them compassion. You have to show them commitment that you have, and that caring essence, so that they must also feel free to come and talk to you about issues that they are dealing with. When a student is able to come to you and just tell you that I don't have food, or I don't have money to buy books, or I've got a problem at home, something is not going well, that on its own shows kindness, shows changing yourself to another. Building those relationships, I think, is really, really very critical. When we talk about caring essence, we definitely have to see how do we practice it in action. How do we take care of others that needs our care? And I think that is the most important.
Yes, I agree with you so much, and I can feel your compassion as you are speaking and feel your caring and kindness towards others. And personally, I also have experienced your kindness and your presence as your colleagues many years ago. So, thank you for that. I just want to thank you for that. And you are making a difference in nurses' lives everywhere, in people's lives everywhere. So, thank you. Oh, I wondered if you have a word of encouragement for nurses.
Yeah, I really think nurses, to be honest, they are working in very difficult uh, environments. I'm currently the deputy president, the first deputy president of the NOSA, dealing with issues of professional matters. And I really see how nurses that are at the front line struggled during this COVID-19 pandemic. It was really very painful. They were expected to be nursing patients, but they didn't have protective clothing. They sometimes there was a lot of shortage because some of them had to be quarantined because they had tested positive. But they persevered during these difficult circumstances. And that is what caring present is all about. That is what compassion is all about. Because they extended their hand to others. They were in a situation that they could have said that we don't have PPE, we can't continue, we can't put our lives in danger, because when we put our lives in danger, we are also putting our family's life in danger. There was no transport at times because there was lockdown, but they found ways of how do we go to work, what can we do to ensure that we reach work and be able to assist where necessary. And I think those are some of the things that I feel, what I want to just say to each and every nurse then, you are so special. Sometimes I say the majority of people are really struggling because they don't know what they have been created for. But being a nurse is unique because you already have a mission that you are supposed to do for God. Because already by caring for others, you are already doing what could be what we have been destined for in life. And the way the nurses have shown their courage and commitment during this COVID-19 era. I just want to say to all of them right there, you are so special. You are the light of this earth. You are the salt of the earth. There is no one that could have done and go to an extra mile to attend to others' needs like you did. And I know that you don't get paid the way you want to. I know you didn't get the risk allowance the way you wanted to, but I know that you have got self fulfillment that comes or emanates from the work that you do for others daily. Those are my words for encouragement.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Um, Please tell us more about the Ubuntu Community Model of Nursing's social platform, and how can people contact you and get hold of that platform?
Thank you very much. We are under the University of Pretoria. We have our website is there. If you Google us, you will be able to get us. If you just do www.up.ac.za, or if you just say Ubuntu, we pop up. So we also have now created a Facebook page where we will be trying our level best to invite people to teach and to empower the communities, because we realized that during the COVID-19, for example, pregnant women were stranded. They didn't have health education. Nobody could be able to advise them on what to do. So that platform that has been created will be doing a lot of education. And Ubuntu model in nursing, I'm really very happy that you are asking. It has got 5 focus areas. The first focus area is about Ubuntu model, which we would like to create and say this, and we'll be doing sort of like in-service education in different communities, and also in nursing clinics and in hospitals, to remind people and empower people about Ubuntu, and to try to instill this caring presence that you're talking about. And also, we in that same focus area will also be looking at how do we work with indigenous health practitioners, like traditional health practitioners, and we now also have the chiropractors, homeopathy, and all these other healthcare methods. How do we incorporate them in what we are doing daily? And then the second objective is about the issue of maternal and child health care, the indigenous methods that can be used, and how can we improve, and how can we ensure that the indigenous methods are also mainstreamed in our curriculum, so that we can be able to teach our own students to be able to understand their patients when they come for their care, because sometimes we miss the ball because we don't understand what is going on. And then we also have the issue of promotion of insects that people are using, like the mopani worms. How do we promote those in our day-to-day diets, or to improve maternal and child nutrition, and also to try and deal with gender issues by making sure that we have value chain analysis, and we assist those women that are already busy with mopani worms on how to make this in entrepreneurship or also in business. And then we also have a focus area on HIV and AIDS, and there we will be strengthening the training of the nurses and also the community itself, so that there must be adherence to care. And lastly, there will be transdisciplinary research that will be going on, and in that transdisciplinary research, we'll also try to see if we can use methods like e-learning, fourth industrial revolution, how do we incorporate those in what we have been doing? Like if we have indigenous methods or ways of processing food and so on, how can we ensure that it is done in a fourth industrial revolution way, so that it cannot be only be done in my house, but it can be something that is exported to other places. So that's what Ubuntu model is all about. It's just too big, but we'll try to see what we do. But the main essence is a person is a person through other persons. And I can only be a human being because of others. And how we're going to help each other in doing that. And I think, Marinsha, you've said we have worked together. Even when we're together, you remember we're trying to do this. And I think one of the main important in Ubuntu is not to be selfish, but to share. And this is what we're going to do. We are sharing with different universities. Northwest University is one of them. University of Venda, University of Johannesburg. We are working with colleagues from there. And the Caring Essence will now also be part of what we will be doing. We'll collaborate with you in that, so that we can see that within the next 5 years, what we want to see is moral regeneration in the nursing profession. And we cannot do that if we don't do it within the community too, because the nurses that we are training comes from the community.
That's so true. Thank you so much, and all of the best with this huge project that I believe that will make a huge difference in the community. Thank you so much for being here today, and all of the best with everything.
Thank you. And wishing Caring Essence the best. And obviously, we're going to collaborate from today. We definitely have to take Caring to the higher level.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.